Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt the sharp sting of betrayal? The kind that cuts deeper than any wound you can see. The kind that leaves you questioning your worth, your choices, and sometimes even your own heart. I know you've been there. We all have in some way. You gave your best, your time, your trust, your love, and they crushed it like it was nothing. You stood there, bewildered, wondering, how could someone you cared for, someone you believed in, hurt you so deeply? And if you're honest, it wasn't just the act that hurt. It was the realization that they didn't value you the way you valued them. That realization, that brutal truth, stings in a way words can barely describe. Maybe it was a friend you thought would always have your back. Maybe it was someone you loved with all your heart. Or maybe it was someone you trusted, someone who promised to protect you, but instead became the very source of your pain. Whoever they were, they left you with scars, invisible ones that you carry like a weight no one else can see. But here's what I want you to understand right now. Their actions don't define you. They don't get to determine your worth, and they certainly don't have the power to break you not for good. Yes, they hurt you. They hurt you in ways that you didn't deserve in moments when you were most vulnerable. But they will never hurt you again. And not because they won't try, not because the world will suddenly grow kind, but because you've decided something today. You've decided to take back your power. You see, people who hurt others intentionally thrive on one thing: control. They rely on the fact that their actions will keep you tied to the pain they caused. They want you to replay those moments over and over in your head. They want you to question yourself, to wonder if you could have done something different, something that might have changed the outcome. But here's the truth: it was never about you. Their actions were a reflection of who they are, not who you are. Their betrayal speaks volumes about their character and says absolutely nothing about yours. And yet I know it still hurts. It's okay to admit that. It's okay to acknowledge that you've cried in the quiet of your room, where no one could see you. It's okay to admit that there were moments when the weight of their actions felt like it would crush you. But what's not okay, what you must not allow, is for that pain to define the rest of your life. You are not their victim. You are a survivor. No scratch that you are a warrior. You've already fought battles that most people couldn't even begin to understand. The fact that you're still here, still standing, still breathing is proof of your strength. Do you realize that? Do you realize how powerful you are just for surviving what tried to destroy you? And that's why they will never hurt you again. Because you've learned. You've grown. You've seen the truth about them. And you've seen the truth about yourself. You've learned that your kindness is not a weakness, it's a gift. You've learned that setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's necessary. You've learned that your worth isn't determined by how others treat you, but by how you treat yourself. Today you're making a decision, not for them, but for you. You're deciding to let go, not for their sake, but for yours. You're deciding to stop replaying the hurt, to stop carrying the burden of their actions, because carrying that pain around doesn't punish them, it punishes you. And you've been through enough. You deserve better. So what does better look like? It looks like freedom. Freedom from the pain, freedom from the doubt, freedom from the chains they tried to wrap around your heart. It looks like waking up in the morning and feeling light again, like breathing deeply without that ache in your chest. It looks like standing in front of the mirror and smiling, not because everything is perfect, but because you finally see yourself for who you really are, someone strong, someone worthy, someone unstoppable. They hurt you once, but they will never hurt you again because you've decided to choose yourself. You've decided to heal, to grow, and to thrive. And let me tell you something, that decision, that's the most powerful thing you'll ever make. Because it means their power over you is gone. It means their actions no longer dictate your story. You're writing a new chapter now, and they don't have a single word in it. So the next time you think about what they did to you, don't let it pull you down. Let it remind you of how far you've come. Let it remind you that their actions couldn't break you, no matter how hard they tried. Let it fuel your strength, your determination, your growth. Because you're not just moving on, you're rising. You're building a life so full of joy, love, and purpose that their memory will fade into nothingness. And one day when they see you, whether in person, on a screen, or just in their thoughts, they'll realize what they lost. Not because you need their validation, but because your success, your happiness, your peace will speak louder than any words ever could. They'll regret what they did, But by then, you'll be so far ahead, so far beyond their reach, that their regret will mean nothing to you. They hurt you, but they will never hurt you again. Not because they've changed, but because you have. And that change, that's your victory. That's your power. That's your freedom. Let me tell you something powerful. Something that has the potential to change the way you look at yourself. The way you look at life. When they hurt you, when they broke your heart, betrayed your trust, and left you standing in the rubble of your own pain, what they didn't know, what they could never understand, is that they weren't breaking you. No, they were forging you. They were preparing you for something greater than they could ever imagine. They were laying the foundation for your strength and transformation. And let me tell you right now, that strength is rising within you like a storm, a force that can never be contained. You've been through battles. Maybe not the kind you would choose, but battles nonetheless. You've been broken, you've been knocked down, and you've been hurt in ways that no one else could understand. And I won't pretend it didn't hurt. I won't pretend that those moments didn't bring you to your knees. But I will tell you this, you are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you could ever believe. And that strength, that power, is what is going to carry you forward. You see, it's easy to believe when you're in the midst of pain that you'll never recover. It's easy to think that the hurt will define you forever. But what if I told you that the hurt wasn't meant to break you, but to build you? What if I told you that the pain you've been carrying has been chiseling away at the parts of you that no longer serve you, creating space for something better? The truth is, the hardest moments in your life are often the ones that reveal your greatest strengths. The darkest nights are the ones that show you the stars. You're not the same person you were before the hurt, before the pain, before the betrayal. And that's a good thing. Because what you're becoming is so much stronger, wiser, and more powerful than you can possibly imagine. One of the most powerful lessons you'll ever learn in life is that your pain is not your identity. The hurt you feel doesn't define who you are. It simply shapes who you're becoming. The person you were before the betrayal, before the heartbreak, was someone who may have been naive, who may have been too trusting, who may have been unaware of their own worth. But the person you are becoming, the person who is rising from the ashes of their own brokenness, is someone who understands their value. You're becoming someone who will never again allow another person's actions to dictate your worth. You're becoming someone who has learned that true strength doesn't come from holding on to pain, but from letting it go and using it to propel you forward. I want you to take a moment right now and think about all the ways you've changed since the hurt. I think about how much stronger you are, how much wiser, how much more self-aware. Before the pain, maybe you relied on others for validation. Maybe you sought love or acceptance from places that were never meant to give it to you. But now you stand firm in who you are. You don't need anyone to define your worth because you found it within yourself. You've realized that you are complete as you are, that you don't need anyone to make you whole. You've learned the invaluable lesson that your happiness, your peace, and your sense of worth are all in your hands, not in the hands of those who hurt you. But let's not stop there. Let's talk about what this transformation really looks like. Strength isn't just about being able to endure. It's about being able to grow. It's about being able to take the lessons that life throws at you, no matter how hard or painful, and turn them into fuel for your future. And that's what you've done. You've taken the hurt, the betrayal, the heartbreak, and you've used it to propel yourself forward. You've used it to become stronger, more resilient, more determined to live the life you deserve. And let me tell you, that kind of strength is unshakable. Do you remember a time in your life when you thought you'd never be able to move past something? Maybe it was a heartbreak. Maybe it was a loss. Maybe it was a betrayal. And yet, here you are, still standing, still fighting, still moving forward. That's strength. And that's transformation. Because you've learned that nothing, no matter how painful, can keep you from moving forward if you don't let it. Nothing can define you unless you allow it to. You've realized that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your own destiny. But let's dive even deeper into the real power of transformation. Transformation isn't just about surviving the storm. It's about using the storm to reshape yourself. It's about finding the courage to step into the unknown, to rebuild yourself stronger than ever before. It's about finding the strength to embrace change, even when it's uncomfortable, because you know that growth never happens in your comfort zone. The thing about transformation is that it often requires us to let go of parts of ourselves that no longer serve us. You can't transform into the person you're meant to be if you're holding on to past versions of yourself that are weighed down by resentment, by bitterness, by anger, or by self-doubt. Transformation requires letting go of the things that are holding you back so that you can step into the life you were meant to live. It's about shedding old skin to reveal the new, stronger version of yourself beneath. And the more you let go of what doesn't serve you, the more room you make for the things that do, the love, the peace, the success, the joy. You've been through the fire and you've come out stronger. And I'm not just talking about surviving. I'm talking about thriving. You are no longer a person who is defined by the hurt you've experienced. You are someone who has taken that hurt and turned it into strength. You've taken the lessons, the scars, the pain, and used it to fuel your future. And that, my friend, is a power that can never be taken from you. I want you to remember this. Strength is not about being perfect. It's about being real. It's about embracing your flaws, your scars, your imperfections, and understanding that they don't make you weak. They make you human. They make you relatable. They make you strong. And every time you rise from a setback, every time you overcome a challenge, every time you face another obstacle head on, you are proving to yourself just how strong you truly are. So don't ever let anyone make you feel small because of the things you've been through. Don't ever let anyone make you feel like you're weak because of the battles you fought. Those battles didn't break you. They made you who you are today. And today you are stronger than you've ever been. You are a warrior, a survivor, a force to be reckoned with. They hurt you, but they will never hurt you again. Not because they won't try. Not because they won't come back with their lies or their manipulation or their hurtful ways, but because you've transformed. Because you've learned that you are worthy of respect, of love, of peace. You've learned that you will never again allow anyone to take what is rightfully yours, your joy, your peace, your self-worth. And that transformation, that's where your true power lies. I want you to listen closely to what I'm about to say, because this is not just another speech. This is a call to action. It's a call for you to rise up and step into your power. It's a call for you to reclaim your life, your heart, and your future. This moment right now is not about what happened to you in the past, but about what you choose to do with it from here on out. It's not about the people who hurt you, the people who betrayed you, or the ones who left you in your darkest hour. It's about you, the incredible, powerful, and resilient person you are becoming. And it's time to fully embrace that person. You've been through a lot. You've faced challenges that most people can't even imagine. You've been hurt in ways that no one should ever have to experience. But here's the truth that you need to understand: that pain, that hurt, is not the end of your story. It's not the defining moment of who you are. You are more than your pain. You are more than your past. And today, right now, you have a choice to move forward, a choice to rise, a choice to reclaim your life and your power. It's time for you to stop letting your past define your future. It's time to stop carrying the weight of your old wounds. It's time to stop allowing the actions of others to dictate your life. The power to heal, to grow, and to become the best version of yourself is in your hands. It's always been in your hands. But it's up to you to take action. No one can do this for you. No one can decide your future but you. So what does that look like? It looks like putting yourself first. It looks like making decisions that align with your worth and your purpose. It looks like setting boundaries and walking away from people and situations that drain you, that break you, and that leave you feeling small. It looks like standing tall, even when the world is trying to knock you down. It looks like making the conscious choice every single day to rise above the hurt, the disappointment, and the fear. It looks like getting up, dusting yourself off, and telling the world, I'm still here, and I'm stronger than ever. The truth is, your potential has always been limitless. You've always had the strength, the courage, and the resilience within you to overcome any obstacle, to rise above any challenge, and to create the life you deserve. But you can't do that if you're constantly looking back. You can't move forward if you're still holding on to the past. The people who hurt you, They don't control your future. The pain you've experienced, it doesn't have the power to define you. Only you can decide what you do with it. Only you can decide what you allow to shape your future. Right now, I want you to make a decision. I want you to choose empowerment. Choose to take control of your life. Choose to step into your power fully and unapologetically. You have the ability to create a life that is fulfilling, joyful, and aligned with your true purpose. But that requires you to take ownership of your life. That requires you to stop playing the victim, stop feeling sorry for yourself, and start taking responsibility for your happiness, your healing, and your success. You have to let go of the things that are holding you back. Whether that's negative self-talk, limiting beliefs, toxic relationships, or past hurts, it's time to let it all go. You don't need those things in your life anymore. They're not serving you. They're weighing you down, keeping you stuck, and preventing you from stepping into your true potential. The first step in your journey to empowerment is letting go of the things that no longer serve you. But letting go isn't easy, is it? I know it's not. It's hard. It's uncomfortable. But growth, real growth, always comes from discomfort. When you push past your comfort zone, when you let go of the familiar, even if it's painful, that's when real transformation happens. That's when you start to become the person you were always meant to be. You have the power to rewrite your story. You don't have to live in the shadow of your past anymore. You don't have to be a prisoner to your pain. You can choose to rise, and you can choose to thrive. There is greatness inside of you, waiting to be unleashed. You don't have to wait for permission from anyone to step into your power. You don't need anyone's validation to start living the life you were meant to live. All you need is the decision to take action, to move forward, and to never look back. The world is waiting for you to show up. Your future is waiting for you to claim it. But let's be clear, empowerment doesn't come overnight. It's a process. It's a journey. It's about showing up for yourself every single day, even when it's hard, even when it feels like the world is against you. It's about making a commitment to yourself that you're going to keep moving forward, no matter what. You're going to keep pushing, keep growing, and keep evolving. Because every step you take, no matter how small, is a step closer to the life you deserve. And here's the thing, as you take those steps, you're not just changing your life, you're changing the world. You have no idea how many people are waiting for you to step into your power so that they can do the same. Your transformation, your journey to empowerment is not just about you. It's about the ripple effect you'll create when you choose to show up as your best self. You will inspire others to do the same. You will lead by example and show them what's possible when you choose to rise. But it all starts with you. It all starts with your decision to take control. So right now in this moment, I want you to make that decision. I want you to make a commitment to yourself that you're going to step into your power, that you're going to let go of the things that are holding you back, that you're going to choose to rise above the hurt, the pain, and the limitations that others have placed on you. Make the decision today that you will never be the same again. Make the decision that you will no longer live in the shadows of your past. Make the decision that you will choose empowerment over victimhood. Make the decision that you will rise, that you will thrive, and that you will become the person you were always meant to be. This is your moment. This is your time. You are the only one who has the power to change your life. No one can do it for you. But I promise you this, when you take control, when you step into your power, when you make the decision to never look back, the world will open up to you in ways you can't even imagine. Your future will be brighter, your heart will be lighter, and your life will be full of possibilities. So take action. Take control. Take the first step toward the life you deserve. The power is in your hands. The choice is yours. And I promise you, when you choose to rise, nothing will ever stop you. As you stand here today, I want you to understand something that is deeply important. No matter how heavy your past has been, no matter how deep the wounds you carry, there is always hope. You may have been hurt. You may have been hurt. You may have been knocked down, but you are not defeated. You are not broken beyond repair. You are here because you have the strength to rise again. And let me tell you this, the best chapters of your life are yet to be written. I know it may seem hard to believe sometimes. The road ahead may look long and uncertain, and the weight of your past might feel overwhelming. But trust me when I say that the darkest times are often the ones that lead to the brightest futures. You are not alone in your struggles. You are not the only one who has felt the sting of betrayal or the ache of disappointment. Every person who has ever achieved greatness, every person who has ever found true happiness and peace has gone through the fire. And just like them, you too will emerge stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. But here's the thing, hope is not just something that is given to you. Hope is something you must choose every single day. Hope is not the absence of pain or struggle, but the belief that you have the power to overcome it. It's the conviction that no matter how many times you fall, you can always get back up. It's the understanding that your worth is not determined by your circumstances, but by the resilience you show in facing them. The pain that you've experienced, the hurt that you've carried for so long, it's not a reflection of who you are or who you are meant to be. It's simply part of the story that has shaped you into the person you are today. And if you look closely, you'll see that in every scar, in every tear, and every hardship you've endured, there is a lesson. There is growth. There is strength. You may not see it now, but one day you'll look back and understand that everything you went through was preparing you for the greatness that is on the other side of this moment. So my friend, don't give up. Don't let the pain of today blind you to the promise of tomorrow. You may not have control over everything that has happened to you, but you have complete control over how you respond. And that response can change everything. There is a purpose for your life that is greater than your past. There is a future for you that is brighter than you ever imagined. And if you keep going, if you keep choosing hope over fear, light over darkness, and strength over weakness, you will find that future. It's already waiting for you. The truth is, your story is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning. Each day is a new opportunity to create something beautiful. Each step you take toward healing is a step closer to the life you were always meant to live. Your potential is limitless, and the world is waiting for you to share it. It doesn't matter how many times you've been hurt. It doesn't matter how many times you've been let down. What matters is that you choose to rise again, that you choose to keep moving forward, and that you choose to believe in yourself, even when the world doubts you. You are capable of so much more than you think. You have the power to heal, to grow, and to transform your life. And no matter what anyone has done to you, they can never take that away. Your power, your strength, your resilience, they belong to you and you alone. So take a deep breath and let go of the weight you've been carrying. Let go of the hurt, the anger, the regret. It's time to step into the light. It's time to embrace your journey, your growth, and your future. The hope you're seeking is already within you, waiting to be unleashed. Keep going, keep believing. Keep moving forward. You are stronger than you know, and the best is yet to come. Thank you.